ever spent time with miners?
This is so cold.
These men work in the dark. They see everything.
Like, there's no bullshit. Chief. They were like, "Yo, unless you tell us what we're going for, like we're not going, right?" And then put some coal on them, you know, even let them know you look like.
No, you look like the Minister of Coal.
What is going on, gang? It is your boy Taco here. Now we're watching Chernobyl episode 3. Today, first and foremost, I want to say thank you for clicking on the video and thank you for all the comments that I received about the last 2 episodes filled with tons of information, really highlighting a lot of things that I had questions about, but I didn't want to go dive into the those Spotify episodes yet just to get that information. But I mean, you guys have been coming through. I feel a little more equipped to dive into this with some more knowledge. I'm curious to see what happened to the 3 team members who actually, you know, went down there to open up the tanks. Anxious to see what's gonna happen to them and just the, not repercussions, but the side effects of them being exposed to that much of that radiation all at once and coming out of that. And what our main protagonist, what he's going to be doing this episode. If this is your first time seeing one of my videos, I appreciate you for stopping by. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for being here. Patrons, y'all will probably see this in an hour or 2. So let's get to it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Where you going?
Chernobyl.
Ignatenko, fire and rescue unit. I need to find him.
Moscow.
I forgot about her character.
Anything we should be worried about?
No.
They cannot go over the core.
The nuclear plant in Sweden has detected radiation.
At least evacuate Pripyat.
But we may have a solution.
3 men had to decide right then and there, and we'll sacrifice ourselves to save everybody. All right, let's get to it. Oh, like exactly where we left off. Their meters are still going crazy. And hope that we would kind of skip over a little portion of this just because it's immediately anxiety inducing. Like, let's get it. Heroes though. The only thing they probably exaggerated on was them standing up and actually saying their names and stuff.
Is it possible that the water has already killed them?
Yes.
Damn.
Then what? If it doesn't work.
Someone else would have to go down. I found one. Gosh, damn, that's loud. They got it done. Now we get to see the aftermath. They're gonna be f***ed up. If we eventually end up seeing what happens to those characters, she's still trying to find her husband.
Vasily Ignatenko, he's a firefighter from Chernobyl. I have permission.
Chernobyl? I'm sorry, no visitors.
Well, but Major
came all the way down there for
told me.
this.
He said,
No exceptions.
please, I've come all the way from Kievskaya Oblast.
Help her out. There you go.
You can't be here, it's not safe.
I am here to see my husband, Vasily Ignatenko. He's a firefighter from Chernobyl.
I know who Ignatenko is, but you can't.
I have permission. I've...
He might be doing real bad, girl.
You can see him for 30 minutes, not a minute more. And you cannot touch him in any way. Do you understand? Room 15.
I can't even imagine someone even telling you all that before you see your loved one.
You're not pregnant, are you?
No.
I've been saying it since episode 1 that she's pregnant. I don't want to see the aftermath of what happens if she gives birth in this show. I don't want to see it.
There we are. Oh, wait, I haven't finished yet.
No, he hasn't.
Yeah, and they're smoking and shit too.
Yeah.
Look who the cat dragged in.
What did I tell you? There's no hiding from you, is there? Eh? Hey, it's easy. It's okay. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Ooh-wee. They know what they're doing, playing this slow, eerie ass music. Such a contrast, like them trying to be happy in that moment, but us knowing from the outside what's gonna be happening. Now that they're kind of resolving some of the issues, where do they go from here? Did they go public? We're telling people that we've stopped the crisis and different things like that, or do they try to keep that under wraps as well too?
How did this happen? Who gave them the idea?
You're suggesting I did?
Someone did. Someone decided that the evacuation zone should be 30 kilometers when we know here, cesium-137 in the Gomel district, that's 200 kilometers away.
It was decided.
Based on what?
I don't know.
Forgive me.
Stuff that's out of their control.
I just spent too much time in my lab. Or maybe I'm just stupid.
Is this really the way it all works? An uninformed, arbitrary decision that will cost who knows how many lives made by some apparatchik, some career party man?
I'm a career party man. You should watch your tone, Comrade Legazo.
Comrades, we have visual confirmation.
You are, but you understand what's happening at ground zero. He's speaking to that portion of you. But a lot of y'all have been explaining in the comments. There's just something. I mean, I forget. I want to pull it up. What someone said. I actually pinned the comment. I think this is it. Taught to question authority to push for the truth. The way the Soviet Union and Warsaw Pact operated is totally alien. Instead of questioning authority, people were conditioned to accept what they're told, even if you yourself believe it. This is perfect, dude. This was perfect, and I think this speaks to exactly what's going on between the two characters right now, where there's just certain things, like even if I know it's unjust, like I'd have to work within these boundaries that have been set already. And I was so confused by that earlier because I as like he's saying in this, being from the US, like I did not, I've been taught to question it, even as a black dude, right? I was still taught to question authority.
But the temperature is rising. And
There's a spike in zirconium-95. It's from the cladding on the fuel rods.
Meaning what?
The meltdown has begun.
Stop moving! Get off him! You're hurting him! You can't be in here. What's happening to him? Get out. You can't be in here.
They know exactly when to play that nauseating sound, dude. Ugh.
The fire's nearly out. The bubbler tanks are being drained. We have successfully eliminated the risk of a thermal explosion.
And?
The situation inside the core is deteriorating faster than anticipated. The concrete pad will last for 6 to 8 weeks, but after that, Legasov estimates a 50% chance that the fuel will breach the pad and melt down into the groundwater itself. The primary water supply for approximately 50 million people, not to mention crops and livestock. We're recommending we install a heat exchanger under the pad to lower the core temperature and halt the meltdown. And in order to do that, I'm told that we will need all of the liquid nitrogen in the Soviet Union.
All right.
Yeah, and of course we'll also need...
Whatever you need, you have it. That should be clear
Yes.
by now. Anything else?
No. Thank you.
Yes, I'd like to address the 30-kilometer exclusion zone.
Wait, Professor Legasov, is that you? What exclusion zone?
Minor details, General Secretary. Premier Ryzhkov has determined that...
If he determined, then he determined. Look, Professor Legasov, you are there for one reason only. Do you understand? To make this stop.
I don't want questions. I want to know when this will be over.
If you mean when will Chernobyl be completely safe, the half-life of plutonium-239 is 24,000 years, so perhaps we should just say not within our lifetimes.
Bro is speaking out of turn and don't give a fuck. He hung up on him. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
I think you and I should take a walk.
It's late, I'm tired.
We're taking a walk.
You're gonna have a real convo?
What will happen to our boys?
The divers.
Divers, the firefighters, the men in the control room. What does the radiation do to them, precisely?
Destroy their cells from the inside.
The level some of them were exposed. Ionizing radiation tears the cellular structure apart. The skin blisters, turns red, then black. This is followed by a latency period. The immediate effects subside. The patient appears to be recovering, healthy even, but they aren't. This usually only lasts for a day or two.
Before they start plummeting.
Continue.
Then the cellular damage begins to manifest. The bone marrow dies.
Immune
The immune
system.
system fails. The organs and soft tissue begin to decompose. The arteries and veins spill open like sieves.
Gosh, damn!
To the point where you can't even administer morphine,
Bro.
which is unimaginable. Within 3 days to 3 weeks, you're dead. That is what will happen to those boys.
And what about us?
We've gotten a steady dose, but not as much of it. Not strong enough to kill the cells, but consistent enough to damage our DNA. In time, cancer. Or aplastic anemia. Either way, fatal.
This shit's making me sweat.
In a sense, it would seem we're
Like, for real.
not enough easy then. But Harry,
I've seen them before.
The same couple. At that bar.
now you know why I wanted to take a walk. I can presume the work site is bugged. And our rooms, even our bathrooms.
They've been here the whole time.
Of course, they've been here the whole time. But if we're seeing them out in the open now, it's because they want us to know.
Wait, what? I'm gonna need someone to explain that, unless it's explained later in the episode that those people were spying on them too. I know that's what they said, but it's just hard to picture that because they didn't seem like they had any government ties or anything like that.
You've seen that. The fuel is melting faster than we expected.
I know. I have a plan.
Not that
Heat
he knows
exchange,
she
I
has it.
hope.
Yes. There's something I've wanted to ask you, comrade, but I see you're already asking yourself the same question.
Why did it explode? I've worked the numbers over and over, presuming the worst possible conditions in an RBMK reactor. And I always get the same answer.
Which is?
That guy.
It's not possible.
Mm.
And yet,
It happened.
everyone who was in the control room, Dyatlov, Akimov, Dr.
Yeah,
Nov, they're all in Moscow. Hospital number 6. We need to find out exactly what happened that night.
That's gonna be
Moment
hard
by
to do.
moment, decision by decision. Go now while they're still alive. Talk to them. Because if we don't find out how this happened, it will happen again.
You go digging for the truth, especially where they're at and the rules they go by. Like y'all were telling me, people started threatening your family and shit like that, which is insane. Who is this?
Who's in charge here?
I'm the crew chief.
I'm Shadov, Minister of Coal Industries.
We know who you are.
How many men do you have?
On this shift, 45 here, 100 in total.
I need all 100 men to gather their equipment and get on the trucks.
Do you? To where?
That's classified.
Shit. With guns to let y'all know
Come
I'm
on,
not
man.
playing with y'all.
Start shooting. You haven't got enough bullets for all of us. Kill as many as you can. Whoever's left, they'll beat the living piss out of each of you.
You can't talk to us like that.
Shut the fuck up. This is Tula. This is our mine. We don't leave unless we know why.
And they all stand with him too.
You're going to Chernobyl. Do you know what's happened there?
We dig up coal, not bodies.
The reactor fuel is going to sink into the ground and poison the water from Kiev to the Black Sea. All of it. Forever, they say. They want you to stop that from happening.
How are we supposed to do that?
They didn't tell me because I don't need to know. Do you need to know, or have you heard enough?
They all understand. They're like, yeah. Let's see what he does. Everyone takes orders from somebody.
Now you look like the Minister of Coal.
I'm saying a lot with a little in this moment. This might be the thumbnail right here. I mean, we did just get a breakdown of what's going to be happening with his body. No pun intended. You got to stay away from him just a little bit. I know.
I told you not to touch it. It's not safe.
It's safe for them, it's safe for me.
Girl. Mm.
Open the curtains. Open the curtains.
That shit might burn your skin, my boy.
Tell me what you see outside. Tell me everything.
I can see the Red Square and the Kremlin, Basquiat Tower, Mausoleum.
You see St. Basil's?
Yeah. Yes, it's beautiful.
I told you. I told you I'd show you Moscow, didn't I?
Yes. Thank you.
She's strong. It's also military shit, because honestly, they tell us all kind of shit that we have to go do, and we just have to do it. We're deploying you here, we're taking you here. Like, I understand it. It just blows my mind to see that this could happen with civilians too.
What? I'm not good at this, Boris. The lying.
Have you ever spent time with miners? No. My advice, tell the truth. These men work in the dark. They see everything.
Ooh. Just like when the guy approached him initially, they were like, "Yo, unless you tell us what we're going for, like we're not going, right?" And then the way he was, I didn't break it down earlier. I wasn't going to, but now I do want to take a dive at it. You know, he presented himself so well cut and stuff like that, and they made sure they kind of brought him down a little bit. You know, put some coal on him. You know, even let him know you look like.
Now you look like the Minister of Coal.
The leader of, I don't know what he said. And then right here, what did he say specifically again? I forget.
Have you ever spent time with miners?
This is so cold.
These men work in the dark. They see everything.
Like there's no bullshit in them.
These work? To an extent. Of course.
So what's the job?
We need to install a liquid nitrogen heat exchanger underneath this concrete pad.
And what's above the pad?
The core of the nuclear reactor, which is melting down.
What, like?
Potentially.
He's like, you out of
Are
your
you gonna fall
fucking
on
mind?
top of us?
Not if you're done within 6 weeks.
Dimensions?
Break ground here, dig a tunnel 150 meters to here, excavate a space 30 by 30 meters for the heat exchanger. Because we need to keep disruption of the ground above to a minimum, it has to be done by hand.
Woo!
We're gonna need more men. 400 at least. We'll have to work round the clock. How deep do you want this tunnel? 6 meters?
12.
12? Why?
For your protection. At that depth, you'll be shielded from much of the radiation.
The entrance to the tunnel won't be 12 meters below ground.
No.
And we're not 12 meters below ground now.
No. We're not.
We have some equipment here on site. More will arrive by midnight. We can start in the morning.
No. We start now. I don't want my men here one more second than they need to be. If these worked, you'd be wearing them.
He sniffed that bullshit so quick.
Are they all like that?
They're all like that.
We were 4 days, so we skipped 5 days ahead of where we were at a second ago. That shit is still... Golly, bruh. Hopefully nothing falls on these guys. It is fascinating to see everybody come together, though, to get this shit done. I guess that's one positive of people just kind of doing what they're told to an extent, is whenever you need to get some shit done, you can.
What's up to?
50 degrees.
Fuck. Hey! Hey, you! We need fans.
For what purpose?
What do you mean for what purpose?
Cause hot, motherfucker.
They dig your fucking tunnel, that's why. Who's talking to you?
Oh, comrades.
It's 50 degrees in there. We can't breathe without masks. We can't breathe with the masks. It's like a fucking oven. We need ventilation.
Fans will put dust in the air. The dust will go in your lungs.
I've been breathing dust in my lungs for 20 years.
Not this dust. I'm sorry. For your own good. No fans.
Oof. Right on cue.
My name is Olano Khomyok. I'm a nuclear physicist with the Chernobyl Commission. I want you to tell me everything that happened on the night of the accident.
Yes. I want to tell.
Your official title was...
My name is Leonid Fedorovich Toptonov. And I am the senior reactor control chief engineer at Chernobyl nuclear power plant.
Senior engineer. How old are you?
I'm 25.
Here they go with that. Poor guy, man.
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
His body is breaking the down,
Have you been
bro.
here this whole time?
Yeah.
No one said I should leave.
I did. 30 minutes, I said.
Well, where have you been? When he's in pain, and his sores stick to his gown, when he soils himself 5 times a night. I've been looking after him. Where have you been?
Been in the North and West Wing, where there are dozens of patients from Chernobyl exactly like him. It isn't safe for you
He's
here.
my husband.
Not anymore. He's something else now, do you understand? He's dangerous to you.
He's burned.
You don't know.
Go home.
Please. It won't take much longer. I
baby.
don't want him to die alone.
Stay on the other side of the plastic, or I'll have you removed by security.
Gosh damn, man. This has been the hardest episode to power through. It's just like, gosh damn. How strong do you have to be to make sure that you're there with your loved one? She going over the plastic? Girl, you're tripping. You're gonna get so messed up. I mean, I get it, but
I dream. She's gone.
Garcia, we're gonna have a baby.
shit, I know that hurts. Oh. Oh. Yeah, yeah, I feel you.
The fire's out. It's out, Valera.
This is why, as much as I like this show, I have to get myself prepared to watch it. It's just.
The miners are making incredible progress. They say the whole job will be finished in 4 weeks. 4 weeks? Can you believe that? I know the job isn't over, but it's the beginning of the end.
It's the miners.
They're starting to get fucked up in there. Oh, they're in there naked and I thought I didn't put it together when I first saw them. Is it just that they're naked, or is it some other shit going on too? They don't give a f.
What? They wouldn't give us fans. It's too hot for clothes. So we're digging the old way. This is where our fathers mined. We're still wearing the fucking hats. What do you want?
There has been no laugh this
You're
whole
always
episode. Thank you.
protected.
True.
Can you tell them to make a difference? When this is over, will they be looked after?
I don't know.
Well, it took the laugh away. Fuck.
You don't know.
Shit.
So the power level jumped from 200 to 400 megawatts.
Yes. Very fast.
Why didn't you initiate an emergency shutdown? Why didn't you press the AZ5 button?
I reported the increase to Akimov, and he pressed the button.
Leonid, that's not possible.
I swear. I saw him do it. And that's when it exploded.
Something was wrong with the fucking button. You gotta go. Out of time. For dramatic effect, but that's still clean how they
Which
did that.
room is Akimov?
27.
Thank you, Comrade Akimov.
I did everything right. I did everything right.
Get out. Get out of here.
Let me go. Let me go. Stop it.
You let her in that room, inside the plastic, touching him. Did you know she's pregnant?
It's not true.
Do you have any idea what you're dealing with?
Of course I do. Please, I don't.
No. And everyone is going to hear.
What is everyone gonna hear?
What was that?
I'm with the official Chernobyl Commission. I've been authorized by Valery Legasov. You can check this. My name is
We know who
Ulana
you
Hom.
are. What is everyone gonna hear?
Oh. No. No. Fuck. 5 days later. Oh, that transition was weird. I thought it was another body.
You have your notes. Pomyuk was arrested last night.
Why?
I don't know.
Was it?
You know.
Of course it was. I'm working on it.
Boris.
I'm working on it. What more do you want from me? Fix your tie.
Like, that's still important, though.
I'll see you now.
The dialogue choices are they're so clever with the writing in this show.
After thousands of sorties, our brave helicopter crews successfully extinguished the fire. The miners are working heroically to ensure that the fuel does not reach the groundwater. And furthermore, there's no longer a threat of additional explosion. Soviet people have faced the challenge and risen to the task. They and everyone in this room are to be commended.
That's how you have to speak in that room. He gets it.
Lastly, Professor Legasov and I have been vigilant to protect the security interests of the state. And since the unfortunate release of information directly following the accident, we believe that there has been no further lapse. Comrade Charkov, we hope we have lived up to the highest standards of the KGB.
You have.
It's over.
But
now I'm afraid a long war must begin. There is an enormous amount of radioactive debris and contamination spread out across a zone of approximately 2,600 square kilometers. This entire region must be completely evacuated. Must go to every town, every village to ensure this. All animals
I'm sweating, bro.
Still surviving within the zone, whether domesticated or wild, must be presumed contaminated and will have to be destroyed to prevent the spread of radiation and disease. In the immediate area surrounding Chernobyl, every rock, every tree, the very ground itself has absorbed a dangerous amount of radionuclides, which will be carried by the wind and the rain if left exposed. So we will have to raise entire forests. We will have to rip up the top layer of earth and bury it under itself, approximately 100 square kilometers. And finally, we will need to construct a containment structure around the power plant itself, which will, of course, still be extremely
radioactive.
There will be deaths.
What amount of time? And how many men do you require?
We expect this liquidation effort to take 3 years and approximately 750,000 men, including a number of doctors and structural.
Gosh, damn.
How many deaths?
Thousands, perhaps tens of thousands.
Begin at once.
Comrade Charkov.
Larry.
Yes, Professor?
My associate was arrested last night.
Oh?
I mean no disrespect, but I was wondering if you could tell me why.
I'm sorry, I don't know who you're talking about.
She was arrested by the KGB. You are the first deputy chairman of the KGB.
I am. That's why I don't have to bother with arresting people anymore.
But you are bothering with having us followed.
Ooh.
I think the deputy chairman is busy.
No, it's perfectly understandable. Comrade, I know you've heard the stories about us. When I hear them, even I am shocked. But we are not what people say. Yes, people are following you. People are following those people. And you see them? They follow me. The KGB is a circle of accountability. Nothing more.
You know the work we're doing here. You really don't trust us.
Of course I do. But you know the old Russian proverb, trust but verify. And the Americans think that Ronald Reagan thought that up.
We say that all the fucking time. Or used to say that all the time in the Navy.
It was very nice speaking with you.
I need her.
So you will be accountable for her? Then it's done.
Her name?
I know who she is. Good day, Professor.
This is a very...
That went surprisingly well. Came off like a naive idiot. Naive idiots are not a threat.
So I don't know what it is about this episode, but it just got me tensed out. I don't think I'll stop to comment too much.
I'll come back when the paperwork's complete.
You're right.
They didn't hurt me. They let a pregnant woman into a room with a... Oh, doesn't matter. They were stupid. I was stupid. Dyatlov won't talk to me. Akimov, yes. Toptonov, yes. But Valeri...
Even the miners I've told to dig under the reactor will save millions of lives. Yeah, I'm killing them for nothing. I don't want to do this anymore. I want to stop, but I can't. I don't think you have a choice any more than I do. Problem has been assigned and you will stop at nothing until you find an answer. Because that is who you are.
A lunatic, then.
A scientist.
Toptonov confirms it. They pressed AZ5.
Apparently not soon enough.
Akimov pressed AZ5, and then the reactor exploded.
So was it a... So was it intentional is what they're insinuating?
I think it makes no sense. I think it's what I would say if I was trying to cover my own mistakes.
But
I believe them.
then you should pursue it. We have to pursue every possibility.
I'll go back to the hospital and re-interview Akimov and Toptonov.
If they're even alive.
If they're still awake.
They're not.
On mute.
Who are y'all? Okay. I recognize him. God. Yeah, you're not feeling too well, right? Fuck. Her baby. Had to weld their fucking coffins shut. Oof. Cement. Sheesh. Gosh, damn.
The miners in the Soviet Union were tough guys.
They had a lot of power in the Soviet Union because the Soviet Union needed coal for energy, and they were not to be messed with in any capacity because you couldn't afford them not going to work.
What do you mean for what purpose? You think you're fucking tunnel, that's why. Who's talking to you, comrades?
That was lit.
They built it in a hurry, they worked 24 hours a day. It was a mess. It's all loose and toothy. 8 guys at the back just constantly digging out earth.
Amazing nobility and self-sacrifice.
Yeah.
We don't know their names, and they did it without any expectation of glory or anything like that.
They worked around the clock in impossible conditions, not only radiation, but heat, and they dug this tunnel in record time.
They did it on the understanding that they were saving millions of people. Extraordinary acts of heroism.
The work they were doing was incredibly dangerous. They knew it, and they did it anyway. And the reports are that quite a few of them died very young.
Overall, this was the hardest episode to watch. I mean, we're still dealing with the impending, you know, this could happen, the explosion come off, but it's just like you're dealing with the aftermath effects, what it's doing to families, what it's doing to people, and I'm sure you're just gonna keep going deeper into it, and you're starting to see the ramifications just on the body, like what's happening to all these people. The acting again was top notch. The introduction of the miners was refreshing just because they stated they're sort of in a position where they had some leverage so they can kind of speak brashly and say what's really on their mind and stuff like that, and that's really cool to see in the show. And they also gave a few laughs in this episode that was just completely melancholy all the way through. It's a great show though, but it takes a toll on you. I'll try to have this episode up pretty soon for you guys on Patreon. Thank you for watching. I'm sweating out of control. These episodes, man, they just rough, man. Thank you for watching.